Anthony Hernandez wants to fight Dricus du Plessis in his comeback bout as he looks to return to the octagon as soon as possible. Fluffy's cancelled bout with RDR and subsequently the way the replacement bout with Rainier and Brendan Allen played out certainly made for an interesting chain of events. Not only did the Dutchman basically grant a title shot to Nassourdine Imavov by getting gassed out and quitting in the bout against Allen, but the result has also changed the way people view Fluffy Hernandez in the context of the title race. The reasoning is the following: considering what Allen was able to do with RDR, it's difficult to imagine that Fluffy wouldn't do the same or worse to him in what was supposed to be their title eliminator bout. So while Imavov will likely get the next shot at Chimaev's title, the one person who generates highest levels of enthusiasm and overall excitement for a matchup against Khamzat is Fluffy. He's now starting to get into training camp shape, and DDP is the opponent he's got in mind.
I would imagine, because I'm over here trying to play matchmaker, I'd love to see you and DDP fight, because the two of you guys just throw caution to the wind. You guys both walk forward. You both like heavy shots. You both can grapple a little bit. Like, you've got great and fantastic grappling and wrestling, but the way you put your combinations together with your wrestling, dangerous for anyone. And Hamza, or not Hamza, but DDP just kind of throws caution to the wind. He's like, let's just fight.
He's a fucking dog. No, I give him respect. I would love that fight, man. I would love to give the people the title fight they wanted, you know what I mean? Instead of fucking watching him get rode out. I thought he had more like wrestling defense, to be honest, because like you've seen him get up against other guys and shit. But a lot of the shit he did was kind of looked like big guy shit, like super big, strong guy shit, like where he explode and you can kind of get out, you know what I mean? There was no continuous flow to his like grappling sequences on defense wise. But I think that'd be a fun ass fight, man. And like, I would love to mix it up with him and show a fucking MMA fight against the world. You know what I mean? That'd be dope.
Kenny Florian predicts Umar Nurmagomedov losing to Mario Bautista in a featured bout of this Saturday's numbered event. Khabib's cousin is one of the biggest favorites on the card despite Bautista's impressive winning streak and well-rounded skill set. While he has seemingly still not accepted the loss he suffered to Merab in their title fight and promises revenge in an eventual rematch to correct the biased judges' scorecards or his hand injury or Merab showboating and any other reasons he lists for the defeat, the fact still remains that at this point there are no exciting fresh matchups for Dvalishvili as he continues stacking up title defenses, and considering how competitive the fight between the two was, it's still the matchup that excites fans the most. Umar does have to deal with the task at hand first, of course, and while many in the community think it's a foregone conclusion that he's gonna win, Kenny Florian disagrees, predicting a massive upset.
Every single time Mario Bautista is not as appreciated as he should be. I think he's a fantastic fighter. I thought he looked fantastic against Patchy Mix. Looked like he had something to prove out there. His movement looked phenomenal. And, you know, he's got some decent wrestling. I do think, you know, does his wrestling, or is his wrestling going to hold up against someone like Nurmagomedov? Can he be submitted? Yeah, I think he probably can. I think that's probably the weakest part of his game. But as far as putting it all together, his footwork, getting in, getting out, hitting with power, you know, defending with his takedowns, you know, fighting the right game plans, I like Mario Bautista in this spot. And, you know, I know Nurmagomedov is an absolute stud, but, you know, I have a similar feeling, you know, like I did against Rainier de Ridder, where I thought Brendan Allen was in a good spot to win. And I think Bautista's in a good spot to win and surprise people yet again.
Well, there you have it.
Man.
Huh.
Dana White lets Umar Nurmagomedov and Tom Aspinall know that bad performances in their upcoming fights this weekend will have consequences. He did that during the press conference, but his two warnings sent to Umar and Aspinall were a bit different, one being more direct while the other a bit more cryptic, though not completely out of character for Dana, and things he would openly say in criticism of fighters and their performances, sometimes even in advance. When Umar asked him if the fight against Mario Bautista is serving as a title eliminator, Dana told him to go out there and put on a show, and if he successfully does so, the answer will be yeah. What exactly would qualify as a show for Dana, we might have to wait to find out, but Umar certainly got the hint, understanding that an underwhelming performance, even if the win is uncontested, might now work against him. In Aspinall's case, as if the Brit needed any more pressure in his first undisputed title fight, in which anything short of a dominant victory could be highly damaging to him. Considering the whole buildup and what happened with John, Dana promised he'll also be booing him if the fight's boring. So it's not only the prestige of the belt and the Jones narrative that Aspinall has to overcome this weekend, but the danger of falling out of favor with Dana as well.
I have a question for you, Dana. Can I ask?
Yeah.
It's possible to fight like me and Mario. It's contender fight
Jesus.
like this.
I was looking out there. I didn't. What's your question?
We want.
I didn't hear you. What's your
It's question like it's possible to like this fight contender, me and Mario.
Could this fight be the contenders fight?
Yes.
Go out there and make it. Go out there and put on a show on Saturday that makes people go, damn, one of these guys should be fighting for the title next.
Okay, we're gonna do it.
Yesterday, Tom said, I'm going to win by split decision after 5 rounds. I believe this was Northern England sarcasm, but I guess not everybody did trust it. What are your real plans, Tom?
Oh, that's the plan, mate. It's going to be
Split decision?
Yeah, that's the
Jab
plan.
the whole time?
Just jab and hold. Jab and hold against the fence.
We'll be booing then.
I will too. Any other questions?
Michael Bisping and Paul Felder discussed RDR quitting on the stool and the coach's decision to throw in the towel, which ended his bout with Brendan Allen and put him out of the title race at middleweight. De Ridder's loss to Allen was somewhat shocking to a large portion of fans anyway, but the exact manner of the loss was something much more unpredictable. Rainier had just fought with Robert Whittaker in a closely contested 5-round fight where he showed no signs of serious cardio problems or any degree of serious endurance issues. And here we got a completely gassed out fighter after 1 round, finding it difficult to reach his own cornermen after the end of the 2nd round. While likely many factors contributed to the sudden collapse of his energy levels, one thing is certain at this point. A top-ranked fighter who could be guaranteed a chance to become the undisputed champion with 1 more win received a massive blow to his stock in the division, any momentum he had accumulated, and of course his
De Ridder's coach was like, you know what, nah, you're done. All that's going to happen is you're going to get the shit kicked out of you for another 5 minutes, and who knows, maybe you take finished, or maybe take a beating so bad you never mentally recover from it, you know. So fair play to his coach there. Well done to Brendan Allen, man, because it was a tricky first round. I thought Brendan would lose that fight. I predicted him to lose. Proved me wrong, proved a lot of people wrong. I thought Brendan I thought he was great, stayed calm under pressure. He was in good shape, even though he took it short notice.
Crazy.
Which is crazy. De Ridder's gone 5 rounds with Robert Whittaker. It's not like he has a bad gas tank.
No, and granted, he was getting tired in that Whittaker fight. So was Rob, but it was a pretty crazy pace. Whereas this took place 99% in your wheelhouse, in your department, that you want this fight to be. You want it to be on the ground, and he gassed out. And big credit to Brendan.